Hello and welcome to Warcraft Daily for today, the 25th of September 2013. So in today's news we have an update to the Race to World First. The LFR is open today, there's been a bug with Conquest, the first connected realms are going, and there's also some hotfixes. So for the Race to World First, the Europeans have solidly taken the lead, with Method now being 13 out of 14 heroic. They are being trailed by Blood Legion and Midwinter. So there you go, grats to Method, first guild to get to 13. And it really seems like 12, which boss is 12? It's not Throck, it's not after that. But anyway, it seems like that boss has just been holding a lot of really top-notch guilds back for a long time. I mean, Blood Legion have been stuck on it for days, many days. So yeah, pretty crazy stuff. Now, that's interesting, but let's move on to stuff that will actually affect you. So the new LFR is open today. Now the first thing I'm going to say is sorry about the amount of videos that are going to go out today. There will be 5. Which is kind of ridiculous, and the reason for that is because you need to get the guides out on the day the LFR comes out. It's just, you know, common sense with YouTube. So, with the 4 bosses, first up you have Galacrass. Galacrass is pretty easy, fun fight, lots of sort of AoE and trashing and running about the place and doing cool things if you're in the tower group, so it's good. Iron Juggernaut's kind of boring, it's pretty much just a patchwork fight with minimal mechanics. It's really okay, I don't think you'll have too many problems on it. Now next up, Kor'kron Dark Shaman has just got so many different mechanics and things you need to not get yourself killed by that it could be a little bit rough, but hopefully if everyone watches my guide it will help. And finally Nazgrim. It seems like Nazgrim has really been wiping a lot of groups. We got it down after one wipe, but I've been hearing reports of people having just meeting a brick wall against it, so I'm not really too sure how things are going to go with Nazgrim, but anyway, it's a very fun LFR and it's nice to actually get into Orgrimmar itself. Now, there has also been a bug with the Conquest cap. I'm not too sure exactly what it is, but it seems that some players have been able to buy way more gear than they should. Grievous Conquest vendors have been removed, the achievement vendors, and the item level requirement for Grievous Gladiator weapons is now 91, and everything's pointing towards Blizzard having to remove items from players, and I have no idea how they're going to manage that. I mean, it can be done, obviously, they can just sort of blanket remove items, but it's always a very difficult thing to manage, especially with PR and communicating with players and that kind of thing. Especially to the people who, they saw this bug, they didn't really think it was a bug, they just thought that's how it worked. They're not the sort of people who read up news sites and they log in and all of a sudden their gear's gone. Bit of a problem, definitely a bit of a problem. Now, next up, the first connected realm is going live today. The realms are Boulderfist and Bloodscalp, and yeah, this should be good. It's the first step to solving a big problem for a lot of people who are just stranded in low pop realms and can enjoy the game, and they're not willing to pay the £12 or whatever dollar equivalent for a character transfer, which I totally understand because it's such a rip-off. It's way too much money, and that's still one of the most annoying anti-consumer things that Blizzard does. It pisses me off. But anyway, let's get on to hotfixes. So there's been a few, and I'm just going to sort of go down them because, well, at this stage of the patch, hotfixes are still kind of relevant. So for Immersius, Corrosive Blast, which is the tank swap ability, has a greatly increased range. For Kor'kron Dark Shaman, the Shadow Mage's Mind Spike is now nerfed, does less damage in Raid Finder and Flex. The War Shaman's Healing Tide Totem now has less hit points on Raid Finder. We found that it pretty much had none, it was very easy to get down. The Kor'kron supplies no longer spawn in Raid Finder. These were kind of cool, you could loot the supplies and they would give you some flasks and useful things. Of course, it's really meant to help out guilds, so obviously it's not in Raid Finder. For Paragons of the Calaxy, Karaz the Locust should no longer damage players on his path while dashing towards a ledge to hurl amber. Whatever the hell that means. Players in damage dealing specs that already have interacted with Rikal the Desiccator, or Dissector I suppose, whatever, should now interact with Skier the Bloodseeker. Alright, Paragons of the Calaxy, you're still confusing. And finally for Garrosh, the Yasharaj touched buff can no longer be broken by Spell Stolen, can no longer be Spell Stolen. So there you go, and of course they just mention here that the Grievous Conquest achievement vendors and are gone, and the Gladiator weapons have a item level requirement of 91, meaning you can't get them. It really does seem like they messed up royally in that PvP front with whatever bug that is. It's really hard to have something like that happen at the start of the season. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.